Hey guys, welcome back to my channel, and today's video is going to be quite an informative video because I am going to take you through why wearing sunscreen every day is essential and very important. So let's get on to the video. First of all, everybody needs to know there are two types of sun rays. One is the ultraviolet A ray and the other one is ultraviolet B ray. UVA ray is also called the long ray because this particular ray can penetrate deep into the skin. Most people skip wearing sunscreen on a cloudy day, but guess what? Even if it's a cloudy day, UVA ray is going to penetrate through just about anything, even the skin. It's also going to destroy the collagen and lead to skin cancer. UVA ray is considered the most damaging, and it's going to damage the underlying skin cells while activating premature aging process. That's why 90% of wrinkles and skin aging is caused by UVA rays. Now coming to UVB rays, UVB ray is also known as the short ray, but have you heard about sunburn? That is what causes sunburn. UVB ray is the central cause of sunburn, tanning and discoloration on the skin. On an average human, it usually takes about 20 to 30 years to see the skin damage. So it is advised for babies after 6 months to start wearing sunscreen. So the sooner you start wearing sunscreen, your skin is going to thank you. Trust me on this. So now the question comes, how are we going to protect ourselves from sun damage? First is daily use of SPF. SPF is sun protection factor. SPF is actually a calculation of how much time a person can be exposed to the sun before getting damaged. In most cases that I've seen, a lot of people think that SPF is the amount of effectiveness on the skin, but it's actually a duration on how much time a person can be exposed to the sun before getting damaged. So I hope you got that correct. So let me give you an example. SPF 5, I don't think people uses SPF 5 today, but SPF 5 is equal to 50 minutes. So SPF 15 equals to 150 minutes, and SPF 30 is about 300 minutes, so you can do the math. And another thing you should look out for is PA. Let me show you an example. My sunscreen, it's written SPF 50 plus and PA plus 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 plus. There are 4 pluses. I hope you can see it's written SPF 50 plus and PA plus 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 plus. PA is actually a factor designed in Japan to represent how much protection you have from UVA rays. I hope you remember UVA ray is the ray that causes wrinkle and premature aging. So when you look out for sunscreens, look out for something that has SPF as well as PA. So before buying a sunscreen, please read the label carefully. Now I'll tell you guys how to pick the right sunscreen for yourself. First off, you need to know there are different kinds of sunscreen as well. One is the chemical sunscreen, the other one is the physical sunscreen, and nowadays there are so many brands that are coming up with hybrid sunscreen. So first I'll tell you about chemical sunscreen. I'm sure a lot of you are aware that there are different layers in our skin, like the dermis and the epidermis. So what chemical sunscreen will do is it's going to act like a sponge. It's going to absorb the sun rays before it reaches the dermis. Chemical sunscreen is not going to leave that white cast on the skin. It's going to give you a very natural coverage, and it looks great in photos. But you need to keep in mind that chemical sunscreen can sometimes irritate sensitive skin types. To make it easy, when you buy sunscreen, look at the back, look out for the ingredients, and for chemical sunscreen you will find ingredients like oxybenzone, octylcrylene, avobenzone, actinoxate. So these are some of the ingredients you will find in a chemical sunscreen. And coming to physical sunscreen will act like a shield on your skin. it's going to block the sun rays, so it doesn't absorb like chemical sunscreen does. So basically physical sunscreen acts as a barrier on the skin, and one thing I don't like about physical sunscreen is that it will leave that white cast on the skin, and I don't like that finish for my personal preference. One more thing, physical sunscreen do not protect as much of UVA rays like chemical sunscreen can, but however physical sunscreen is recommended for those with sensitive skin types. And some of the ingredients you can look out for in a physical sunscreen is zinc oxide and titanium dioxide, and they are natural agents. So physical sunscreen starts the protection right after application on the skin, but for chemical sunscreen you need to apply it like 10 to 15 minutes before stepping out of your house. So last but not the least, hybrid sunscreen. It's basically a mixture of both physical and chemical sunscreen, so it's the best of both worlds. So guys, that's all I could share about sunscreen, and I'm sure by now you guys must have known the benefit of wearing sunscreen and why it is very important. So yeah, don't forget to protect your skin every single day, and I hope you guys found this helpful. If you like my videos, please don't forget to give it a thumbs up, and I'll see you guys soon. Bye.